The will reading lasted less than 10 minutes. That was the first thing that felt wrong. I sat across from my sister in the lawyer's office, the air thick with that quiet, polished stillness that expensive places always seem to have. She sat straight, composed, hands folded neatly in her lap, like she had been preparing for this moment her entire life. Maybe she had. The lawyer adjusted his glasses and began reading. The house, the savings, the investments, everything. Every single asset our parents had built over decades went to her. I didn't interrupt. I didn't question it. Because deep down I wasn't surprised. She had always been the one who stayed. The dependable one. The one who followed every expectation without pushing back. She was the version of a daughter they could explain to other people. And me? I was the one who left. The one who took risks they didn't understand. The one they never quite knew what to do with. So when the lawyer finished and looked up, waiting for a reaction, I just nodded. My sister exhaled softly like something had settled into place. "That's everything?" she asked, her voice careful but edged with anticipation. "That is the full estate listed in the will?" the lawyer confirmed. A small smile appeared on her face, controlled but impossible to hide. "All right," she said, already reaching for her phone. "Let's move forward with the transfers." I stood. "Congratulations," I said simply. She looked at me, studying my face like she expected anger or disappointment. I gave her neither. Instead, I turned to the lawyer. "Was there anything left for me?" I asked. He hesitated. Just for a moment, but it was enough. "Yes," he said, reaching into his folder. "This was to be given to you privately." He handed me a plain envelope. My sister's eyes narrowed slightly. "What is that?" "Probably nothing important," I said, slipping it into my jacket. But even as I said it, I knew that wasn't true. I didn't open the envelope until I was sitting in my car. For a few seconds, I just stared at it. My name was written across the front in my father's handwriting. That alone made my chest tighten. I opened it slowly. Inside was a single folded sheet of paper and a key. I picked up the note first. "You were never meant to stay where we were. You were meant to build something beyond it. Everything you need is already in your name." "Dad?" I read it again and again. "In your name." It didn't make sense. They had just given everything to my sister. So what exactly was in mine? My eyes dropped to the key in my palm. It wasn't for a house. It was small, solid, numbered. A deposit box. The bank was quiet, almost silent, like the kind of place where time moves slower. I placed the key on the counter. "I think I have a deposit box here," I said. The clerk glanced at it, then at me. "Name?" I gave it. Something shifted in her expression immediately. "Please wait," she said. A few minutes later, I was escorted into a private room. The manager joined me, carrying a folder thick enough to matter. "Your parents arranged this years ago," he said. "It was transferred fully into your name." My heart began to beat a little faster. "What exactly was transferred?" I asked. He opened the folder and turned it toward me. At first, I didn't understand what I was looking at. Just numbers, lines, figures stacked on top of each other. Then my brain caught up. 27 million. I actually let out a short, disbelieving laugh. "That's not real," I said quietly. "It is," he replied. "It has been growing under your name for quite some time." I leaned back, the note still in my hand, everything suddenly clicking into place. They hadn't ignored me. They had trusted me differently. My phone buzzed. My sister. I stared at the screen for a moment before answering. "Did you know?" she asked immediately, her voice tight. "Know what?" I said calmly. "The accounts," she said. "There's money missing." "A lot of it. The lawyer just called me back." I looked down at the documents again. "Missing." I almost smiled at the word. "Nothing's missing," I said. "What do you mean nothing's missing?" she snapped. "There's no way they would just—" "They didn't," I said, cutting her off. Silence filled the line. "They just didn't tell you about it." Her breathing changed. Slower now, heavier. "How much?" she asked quietly. I could have told her. I could have explained everything. But I remembered every moment she believed she had more. Every time she stood a little taller because she thought I had less. So I chose my words carefully. "Enough," I said, and I ended the call. When I stepped outside the bank, the sunlight felt different. Warmer, clearer. For years, I believed my parents had chosen her over me, that they trusted her more, that they valued her more. But standing there now, holding something they had built quietly in my name, I finally understood the truth. They hadn't chosen one of us. They had simply seen us. She was given what she knew how to hold. I was given what I knew how to grow. And somehow, they knew exactly which one would matter more in the end.